The fact of the matter is that much of our native wild coastline is gone. So that other 35 acres that is on the other side of the Marineland Dolphin Adventure is also super important.
In Flagler and St. Johns counties, residents are rallying behind two growing petitions, calling on state leaders to stop large-scale development at Marineland. One petition nearing 10,000 signatures denounces plans for hundreds of residential units, condos, and commercial space, arguing it would destroy one of Florida's few remaining pieces of old Florida. A second petition with more than 2,000 signatures is asking the governor and the Florida cabinet to use Florida Forever conservation funds to purchase and protect the site, integrating it with the neighboring River to Sea Preserve for public access and education. Sarah Brinkworth is a local resident who is active in the movement to save Marineland.
Two different areas of Marineland. So you have Marineland Dolphin Adventure, which used to be called Marine Studios. It was founded in 1938, and it is the world's first oceanarium. The world's first, not just the United States first, world's first.
Brinkworth says the other area of Marineland is just as important.
So that other 35 acres that is on the other side of the Marineland Dolphin Adventure is also super important in protecting that so that our wildlife and our ecosystems can still survive in Florida and not be replaced for another housing development, more condos, or resort, or whatever have you not.
She explains what petitioners would like to see happen with the property.
Ideally, Marineland Dolphin Adventure, that portion, we would like to see that preserved as a historic site and truly preserving the rest of the land in Marineland so that it won't get developed like most of our other coasts have been at this point in time.
The push comes as bankruptcy court prepares to finalize the $7.1 million sale of Marineland Dolphin Adventure to Delightful Development, LLC. Supporters hope state officials will act before the hearing that is scheduled for today. This local news is a service of your hometown Toyota dealer, Beaver Toyota in St. Augustine, conveniently located off I-95 at exit 311.
This is a significant reduction than Live Local Act number of students that would be there.
Every time someone threatens us about Live Local Act, it kind of gets to me a little bit. You don't have to threaten us.
It's not meant to be a threat. It's meant to be a comparison.
Commissioner Krista Joseph reacts to attorney Catherine Whittington at a recent meeting. Liz Ryan explains why.
October 7th, the board voted on a request by NEQ Townhomes to increase the number of residential units in their upcoming development by 295 units for a total of 3,267 residential units in the northeast quadrant of the International Golf Parkway I-95 interchange. Krista Joseph and Ann Taylor voted no, citing traffic noise and school overcrowding issues. They were outvoted and the request was approved. Representatives for the developer said that was the least impactful of the options, and they could have built under the Live Local Act, which would have allowed even more units. Joseph did not take kindly to being pressured into approving a development with the threat of the Live Local Act. Commissioner Whitehurst was among the three voting yes.
Something is going to be built here. If the concern is about less impact on the community, then we have the least impactful option before us today.
At their most recent meeting, County Administrator Joy Andrews praised their decision to allow more units there. The developer has pledged $5 million for road improvements. She worked that into her presentation of the proposed 2026 Legislative Action Plan. She said that money may help fund improvements to the busy IGP and Interstate 95 intersection. That improvement project is one of the county's top priorities.
I think the cost at this time for the design of the ramp is close to $15 million. I did broach the conversation about what is the actual funded appropriation at this point for that project, which would include potentially the $5 million. And FDOT has a appropriation of $1.7 for the design and permitting. And as well as our Representative Kendall was able to obtain $500,000 last legislative session.
In other news,
we're not done with this yet, but today was very vindicating.
Friday, we brought you the breaking news that former Fire Chief Scott Bullard had been awarded a $500,000 settlement from the county for back pay and damages. He had resigned reluctantly and says he felt pressured into doing so. We asked the county for their response, and this is the statement they issued. Quote, county staff is proceeding through the post-trial motions and will advise the Board of County Commissioners of their options. We'll bring you more developments as they come in. For St. Augustine's Local Morning News, I'm Liz Ryan.
And now you're up to date with St. Augustine's Local Morning News. I'm Rich Carroll.